Hello CraftDee Family, and welcome to another tutorial by She's So Crafty. For today's DIY project, we will be creating a rustic home decor wall hanging along with a pair of self-standing Christmas trees. For these pieces, I will be using burlap and a paint technique to create a corrugated galvanized metal look. See the description box below for the list of materials used in this project. I am so excited to share this fun project with you, but before we start, I wanted to say welcome back to my current subscribers and a big thanks to all the new subscribers who have just joined my channel. If you are a new visitor to my channel today and love DIY projects as much as I do, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new tutorial is ready to share. So now, let's jump right into the tutorial. To make the sign, I'm going to use this rug that I purchased from the Dollar Tree as a template. You can print or write your own design if you like. I'm going to take a sheet of parchment paper and cover the image and secure it in place with painter's tape. Then I'm going to take a pencil and lightly trace the design. Next, I'm going to take a piece of poster board with the glossy side up and place my template on top. Then I'm going to use an embossing tool or a ballpoint pen, and you can indent the poster board with the design. Next, I want to go over the embossed design with a pencil so you can see it. Now we're just going to cut the design out of the poster board. Now we want to make sure we flip the design over, and we're going to grab our ruler. Now what we want to do is begin marking the length across the top and the bottom in 1/2 inch increments. And now we're going to use our ruler, and we're going to use the markings to emboss the lines from top to bottom across the entire length of the design. This will make sure that your folds are even, and they will be much easier to fold once they're painted. And here's how the embossing design looks like after you're done. Now what we want to do is cut out the individual design. Now you can use scissors or an Exacto knife like shown here, which may be a little bit easier for precise cuts. And here are all of our pieces cut out and ready to paint. I'm going to be using this Krylon paint in the Brilliant Aluminum color. We're going to spray a few letters at a time, and while the paint is still wet, we want to dab the letters with a crumpled up paper towel. This will create a textured look, kind of similar to galvanized metal. The texture really makes it stand out. Now, while that paint dries, we're going to take a foam board and we're going to mark the size that will fit our design. My board is about 22 inches wide. Once cut, we want to make sure that the design fits to our liking, and this one's good to go. Next, I'm going to take a double layer of burlap and cover the foam board. I purchased mine for $1 a yard from Walmart. We're going to place our foam board on top and trim the edges around it so there's about a 3/4 of an inch of burlap all the way around. Then we're going to take our glue gun and start to fold and attach the burlap to the board all the way around. Now once attached, we just want to run a small bead of glue along the raw edge to prevent fraying. Now place a cutting mat down and we're going to prepare to cut some strips out of another piece of poster board we prepared the same way we prepared the home sign. Now, to create the corrugated design, begin to fan fold the strips on the embossed lines we made. There we have a corrugated strip. Now we're going to go ahead and repeat the folding process with the home design as well. And now we're going to take our burlap covered board and start arranging our design. Now it's time to adhere. Flip the pieces over and apply the hot glue and press gently into place. For the letters, apply the glue to the folds that touch the board. And here's the design completely applied. To hang this piece, I will be using a rope that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. We're going to cut a piece about 18 inches long. Then what we're going to do is we're going to measure in from each side of the board about 5 inches, and we're going to mark that location with a pencil. This is where we will be gluing down our rope. We're going to generously apply hot glue and attach the rope to each side. Okay, then if everything looks good, then we're going to go back and completely cover the ends of the rope with hot glue. And then we'll just set this to the side to dry while we start to work on the Christmas trees. I printed out these from an image online and created 2 sizes. We're going to take our poster board and then place the tree images with the printed side down on top of the matte side of the poster board. Trace the image onto the poster board using an embossing tool, which will transfer the ink to the poster board. And then we're going to mark it and emboss it. And here are our trees cut out and ready to go. We're going to take a scrap piece of foam board and place the poster board that you cut the trees out from on top. And then what we want to do is trace the trees onto the foam board and then cut them out with a 1/2 inch allowance around the design. All right, grab your painted trees and your foam board cutouts. Now what we're going to do is we're going to trace the foam board shape onto a piece of burlap and then cut out the tree. We're going to apply a light layer of hot glue in between the 2 layers of burlap. Then we're going to apply a generous amount of hot glue to the foam tree and apply the burlap on top. Then we're going to flip it off and trim off any excess burlap. Next, we're going to apply the galvanized tree and adhere it the same way as we did the home design. In order to make our tree self-standing, I'm going to take some scrap tumbling tower blocks left over from another project. We're going to glue 4 of them together. And then I'm going to apply them to the back of the tree at the trunk's base. We're going to repeat this for both trees, and here they are, all complete. Now you can add any holiday embellishments to these designs and you have a wonderfully decorated space. For the home sign, I simply pinned on a few holiday pics and added some greenery, and now the space feels festive and ready for the holidays. These items are super easy and inexpensive to make, and most of these items can be purchased from their Dollar Tree. Perfect for a DIYer on a budget. Burlap is what I choose to use, but you can use fabric, scrap paper, or even wood. Just customize it to the way that you like it. Listen, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you would customize this galvanized wall art and decor. Thank you again for visiting and checking out my tutorial. If you like videos like these and don't want to miss the next one, go ahead and click that subscribe button below and make sure you hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time.